Oh no, and welcome back to Matchday Live, and it's me, Dan, back again. And this weekend, Manchester United have to face Brighton at Old Trafford, and I do believe it's a Sunday kickoff, but I'm not too sure when it is. I think it's 2 o'clock. I think I'm not too sure, but yeah. So the team I've gone for is pretty much the same. So obviously Martial, Rashford up top. Of Martial and Rashford on the left-hand side, Pereira, McTominay, Fred, Dan James, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire and Young. There is question marks over these two about McTominay and Maguire. If Maguire isn't fit, I reckon Twanzebe will be playing. And then probably, if McTominay isn't fit, we could see Pereira drop back to midfield, and then we might see Jesse Lingard or... we might see Garner play. I'm not too sure. But yeah, it's just question marks over these two as they did get injured last night in the Europa League. So let's get into it. Let's play match and talk about last week's result, which was a 1-0 loss against Bournemouth at Bournemouth. And what to say about this game? Well, United were very poor. I think, we was expecting United to come out and, get the victory against Bournemouth, but they were just so poor. I don't know why they were poor. It was just one of them things. It was, it was a wet, rainy day at Bournemouth. It was the first lunchtime kickoff. Maybe that was the reason. I'm not too sure. But it was just, that should be a goal. Yeah, there we go, McTominay. Typical FIFA goal. But yeah, it's just one of them things where, United just didn't click like they did against Norwich the week before, and the game against Chelsea. Maybe the game against Chelsea just knackered them out or something like that. I'm not too sure. But yeah, we were just so poor. Like our first big chance. The first big chance went to Bournemouth, I do believe. I think it was Fraser with a shot on the right hand side. And De Gea saved it, and then they had a couple more chances as well. And then I think we got a chance. We had a chance through Dan James. It was a volley from outside the box, and it only just went wide. But then pretty much after that, it was just all Bournemouth. They were controlling the ball. United did control the ball for a bit, but then Bournemouth got into the game. Oh, Dan James is too quick. Dan James, what a player. Yeah, it's just one of them things. I don't know. It's just one weird thing. But then Bournemouth scored right before half time, which was a bit. I think it was a bit harsh on United. I think because we were playing poor, but Bournemouth weren't that into the game either. Personally, if United, if it went to 0-0, I reckon United maybe would have gone out and tried to win the game. But obviously the goal before half time kind of ruined the that should be a goal. Yeah, there is 2-0. As soon as I crossed that, I knew that was going to score. Yeah, as soon as Bournemouth scored, I pretty much said, yeah, I could see Bournemouth winning this 1-0, or United might just get a draw at the end with 1-1, but we didn't. So the goal came from a cross from the right side yet again. And it was just into Joshua King, who controlled it. Had so much time in the area. De Gea couldn't do anything about it. I think it was Wan-Bissaka marking him. He was in the wrong position, Wan-Bissaka, and if it was like Harry Maguire or someone like that marking him, I reckon he would have got the ball. But it's just one of them things where it was the wrong person at the wrong time, and Wan-Bissaka just got. Yeah, he got found out there. A bit of a weakness that he, if he goes into the box to, mark someone, he's not really good. Control. I get that he doesn't want to foul them in the box, but he needs to, put him under pressure. And no one put Josh King under pressure, but it was a great, great chest, and then it was just a great volley underneath De Gea, and that was 1-0 pretty much. So on to the second half. United went out and. Oh, yes, we somehow got it. Oh, look at that finish. That's 3-0. Yeah, United just went out and... second half, United did start a bit better. We brought on Jesse Lingard, which I thought Lingard, when he came on, he proved a bit more. He tried to link up play and stuff like that, but yeah, again, he was just a no-show really. Even Greenwood came on. Not many chances we had in the game. Second half, and I remember second half we had a chance. It was just a cross from, I think it was actually, I'm not too sure. It was into Greenwood. Greenwood hit the post, but it was just unlucky from Greenwood. So yeah, that was pretty much our last chance, really. Bournemouth themselves had a couple chances as well, but I think they just pretty much went for the 1-0 victory at the end. It's just United all attacking, really. Well, it weren't that attacking. Oh, we're through again. How are we through again? We weren't all that attack. Oh, that should have been Martial's hat-trick. Yeah, we were just, I don't know. We weren't ready for. I just don't get it. It's just one of them games where we looked absolutely out of it, and in the end it showed. So obviously after this game we had a game in the Europa League against Partizan Belgrade, in which we did show up to this one. Go on, Rashford. What am I trying to blast it for? United won 3-0 against Partizan. First goal was through Greenwood. Rashford was on the left-hand side, and I think I don't know if he miscontrolled it or whatever, but it went straight through to Greenwood, who controlled it really easily and put it past the goalkeeper really easily in a box. So then that was 1-0. And then after that, it was a great piece of skill. Martial just went straight through and scored, and what a goal it was from Martial. I know it was against Partizan Belgrade, but that was a really good goal. It dribbles into the box, a great touch first off, dribbles into the box, and he puts it past the Partizan Belgrade goalkeeper. So then that was 2-0. So then into half time, that game we could have been 4 or 5-0 up at half time anyway, with the chances we had. But United, we were, I don't know, we were pretty, we were pretty good against them. But this type of performance we should have done against. This type of performance we should have done against. What's the majiggy? Against Bournemouth last week, and I just don't know why we couldn't play like that last week, and then this week, this Thursday, I know we needed to win this game against Partizan to get through to the knockout stages, but it's just one of them things where we could easily have done that performance against Bournemouth. We probably could have won that game. I think Mason Greenwood got man of the match. Obviously, I thought he had a really good game. I thought Mata also had a good game as well. He started and finished the game. Jesse Lingard came on for McTominay, who did come off injured, which was a bit of an annoying thing, because I think McTominay's been our good. He's been our good midfielder since Pogba has been injured, and he's McTominay. He's been a good player for us, so it's going to be a massive loss if he's not ready for the Brighton game on Sunday. There is talk of Harry Maguire as well. He picked up an injury, but he played on. He played on after the game. I think he was okay, but I think Solskjaer might not play him. It depends, how injured he is. But obviously, after this game, it is an international break, so if they're injured for the international break, they can recover off injury. But it's gonna be a weird game on Sunday against Brighton. Obviously, Brighton themselves, they've won their last 2 games against Norwich, and they also beat Everton. So they're a bit on a winning run at the moment. I think last time didn't we drew against? I'm pretty sure I went to the game. Oh, that was unlucky from Pereira. I'm pretty sure we lost against. No, did we lose? I think we drew 1-1 against Brighton last time. We was at Old Trafford, because I'm pretty sure I went to the game. Yeah, but anyway, Brighton themselves, obviously, they've won the last 2 matches. They won 2-0 against Norwich, and they beat Everton 3-2. So it will be a tough game for United. We lost to them last season at their place, which kind of didn't go well. But if we can put the same performance against If we can put the same performance against Partizan like we did against Brighton, I reckon we'll easily win the game. But if, you know, if Brighton just... Oh, unlucky Martial. If Brighton just sit there, you know, let us have the ball and then try to counter-attack us. Why is Lingard taking free thingies? I reckon, you know, United will go... I reckon it will be tough for United because, you know, if Brighton just come to Old Trafford just for the point or something like that and just sit there, you know, obviously watching United do that, it's going to be hard for us to break Brighton down, and that's what I expect will happen on Sunday. I reckon United, you know, will have the ball, most of the ball, but I reckon Brighton will, you know, grow into the game and maybe get a goal or something right before half-time. I'm not too sure. I can see United winning. I reckon it will be a close game. I reckon United will win 2-1. For my score prediction, I'm going to go 2-1 United. I reckon Brighton will get a goal, but I think United will get a goal as well. I reckon United will score first, but I reckon maybe Martial and Rashford will link up yet again. I think Rashford's been pretty good the last couple games. Alright, the last game against Bournemouth wasn't too bad, but Martial and him, you know, they're making a little partnership there. And obviously Dan James didn't play on Thursday, so he'll be fresh for that game against Brighton. It'd be interesting to see if McTominay is fit for that game. If McTominay isn't, you know, what midfield are we going to put out? Are we going to put James Garner in there? Or are we going to put... I can see, obviously, Fred playing, but I can't see... I'm trying to think who else is there. I mean, Matic, but I don't think Matic will play. Because I don't think he's... I think he's injured still, Matic. I'm not too sure. It will be interesting to see what midfield he goes for. For the defensive, I reckon, you know, Twanzebe will just go in there. I think he is... I don't know if he's injured. He was injured the other day. When he did get injured in the... Didn't he get injured in the Liverpool game? I'm pretty sure. And he hasn't played since. But it'll either be him and or Rojo. I thought Rojo had a really good game against Partizan. It would be interesting to see if Brandon Williams, because I would have thought Brandon Williams would have played against Partizan Belgrade, but Ashley Young played, so we might see Ashley Williams, Brandon Williams. Oh, Jesse Lingard, unlucky. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Brandon Williams start, and then obviously Wan-Bissaka, and then if Maguire's fit, I reckon Maguire will be fit for this game. I reckon United... It'll be the same back four, you know, same back five. Maguire, Lindelof, Ashley Young, and then probably Wan-Bissaka. Well, probably Wan-Bissaka. Almost will be Wan-Bissaka. It will be interesting to see, obviously, who's going to play that game. But I just hope we can finish, you know, we can head into the international break with a 1-0 victory and, you know, not with a 1-0 victory, you know, with the 3 points, and just hope, you know, United can get that. Oh, yes, look at that. Martial's through. Martial. Oh, unlucky. I just hope, yeah, I just hope Man United can go out and just get the 3 points against Brighton and then, you know, get back to international duty. And then, obviously, after that, I think we have a couple big games after the international break as well. I'm not too sure. I think we have got City and... Arsenal as well, so it's going to be an interesting game. Not Arsenal. Who we've got? I think we've got. I don't know who we got. I'm not too sure after that. I know we've got Man City, but I think we've got winnable games after as well. So I don't know. So like I said, guys, for my score prediction, I'm going to go 2-1 United. I reckon Rashford or Martial will score. Maybe Dan James might get a goal as well. So I'm actually going to end it here for today. So please like, comment and subscribe. And don't forget to leave your score prediction below. So right, I'm going. Bye. I know, guys. Thank you for watching my video. Hit me up on Twitch and Twitter. And don't forget to watch the playlist down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button.